on the back of the Dragon again. At least this time it's dry-ish. Definitely feel a little bit better in the curves because now I kind of know where they're at. Just gotta watch out for those leaves still. Came a little differently this time. We're going northbound. Rode around, went on 614. You might see that video earlier or later. Depends on when I put these things out. Came across 42. To the Dragon, so a little different, but thing about this road, there is sure a lot less traffic on it than the tail of the Dragon. And it says a Sunday afternoon. The weather is pretty bad for a while, but it is great today. And this is, I saw one other bike and he was just sitting on the side of the road, so he's taking a break. It was a chopper. Definitely do feel a lot better on this today. As you can probably tell, my speed has increased exponentially. Alright, I'll be careful, viewers. I have no desire to crash and burn. I ride well within my limits, and knowing that I have my wife on this bike makes me ride a lot slower, and having the trailer makes me go even that much slower. If I didn't have either one of them on, yeah, it'd be a little different. Yeah, see, this was a little mind-boggling last time I came through. It was very wet, steep, and there are rocks right out here in the road. A lot of trail braking. Yeah, I know if you're running, especially because that trailer back there, it's like you got to set up a lot differently when you're pulling a trailer, especially through stuff like this. You just can't do what you want. You know, it affects the way the bike slows, the rear wheel. At least it's lighter this time. I came through, we had all of our stuff in it, and it's pretty light right now. I don't have the cooler or anything. This is where that tree stuff was last time. Looks like it's all picked up. Rocks. Get on your side there, Chief. So one thing I always hate about these roads is I do it too, you know what I mean? Especially pulling Toby. Back there, you gotta inside, outside, but doesn't always set you up for the next turn. Sometimes you gotta learn like late apexing, stuff like that, like really advanced techniques of riding. So how you came out of that late, come into this one, scrape the pegs, scared my wife. It's funny, I haven't scraped the pegs as much as I thought I would with the trailer, because you know it just sinks that rear end down. One thing that's nice about having is a GPS. At least you can kind of glance down and tell you, you know, what kind of turn you got coming up. See, that was a way late brake on that. Bad form, bad form. Alright, give the motor and the brakes a rest here for a second. It's always good if you can to, you know, especially on these heavy bikes. You know, the little bike's one thing. You know, if I was on my BMW, it's, you know, my R1200R, it's a completely different animal. You know, it's lighter, it's got better braking. You know, it's 350 pounds lighter, just at wet weight. Yeah, so you gotta give these big boys a rest on them brakes, man. You know, when you come up to like nice streets like this, you know, yeah, you can go faster and speed it up and then slam on the brakes to the next thing. I prefer to let the big bike breathe a little bit. You know, just kind of let it get some air under it, you know. Set yourself up for your next twisty bends, because there you go, back into it. Yeah. See that I don't know if you can see my right hand, but I use pretty much two fingers to shift and to brake. That's a sport bike technique. I mean, that's what's funny. Like, a lot of people complain about a hydraulic clutch, especially they come from a wire clutch, because you know the friction zone is not big enough. Well, it's meant to be. It's meant to be shallow, because you're on a high performance motorcycle. Not this thing, but you know, a good one. You want that. I mean, this, you grip with these fingers and you shift with the other fingers, so you're not quite oops, a little scrapey. We're gonna get yelled at. So yeah, your two finger braking. I mean, I don't know if a lot of guys do that or not, but you know, like, it's like my clutch pull is only that, so I don't have to pull the clutch in all the way for it to engage. That's why it's so far out. It's got nothing to do with you know, friction zone. It's like some people are like, oh, it's got to be here, because like for low speed maneuvering, it's like, woo, damn. Not sure what mile that is, but watch out for that bump. That's a big one, especially under heavy braking. So yeah, it's just a different technique. Yeah, probably people are like, no, that's not what it's for. You hydraulic clutches. It's like, meh. So you're like, that's it. That's, yeah, I don't, it touches my other fingers. It's all I need. One thing I do like about this, the tail here, is you get a lot more rest than the tail, I mean the back of the Dragon. Got confused here. Compared to the tail, is you get a little bit more rest in the back of the Dragon, you know, when it comes to, it is longer, you know, you get a little bit of time to unwind, let your bike cool, you know, relax a little bit for a second before you get back into it, into these heavy UEs. So I got a 25 mile an hour, then a 55 mile an hour sign. It's like, that's kind of interesting, don't you think, fellas and ladies? It's a great road. I mean, more people, I really hope that this area really needs it, from what I've noticed as well, is the, it seems like it's not doing that well. You know, COVID didn't seem like it helped it out much at all, you know. And then of course Virginia Yeah, compared to Florida, different governors, you know, everything's been closed shut for a long time, and it's like you want to dive in because of your natural instincts to take that inner line, isn't it? You're like, you can't do that. So you wonder how much time you could shave off if you could actually like really just go one way and have the whole road to yourself. Because be able to just take all these corners. Of course, the lines would be scared of crap. Wet lines are very slick. But yeah, if you're thinking about a trip, I mean, I would definitely recommend this area. You know, friendly people. You know, it's a nice place. The roads are great. You know, the roads are great. As you can see here. Sometimes I should stop talking. Let you guys listen to the bike. Ears are popping. Should have put the 7 on the back of the trunk. Nuts. I maybe do that tomorrow. Yeah, 13 minutes of recording here. I got 9.5 miles to go to the back of the Dragon, so I'm almost off this thing. First the downshift. So one thing I love about the Goldwing, though, you could even be in a higher gear, and it just because the torque curve on this thing is a massive. So yes, it helps to be in a little better gear for your situation, but it'll still pull up the old. Pulls up a hill, pulling a trailer. So let's see, that's how many bikes? 3 bikes so far. If I was on the tail, I'd already been passed by 15. This is just, it's a great road. Great road, everybody. Gotta get up here. Hey, now we're back on a downhill, let the bike rest. So, heck of a lot nicer when it's dry. I'm way more confident. I mean, whee. One thing they gotta do is start naming these corners, you know, and the outlooks and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if there's names, but we can call that Pete's 1800 Outlook. We can call this one Modine 52 since he's not here and he can't really see anything. Sorry, Bob. Breaking before the corner. Whee! Another thing you probably noticed too is I don't have it in sport mode. I just have it in touring mode. I use sport mode if I'm by myself. I mean, pulling the trailer, I really don't want to put it. It's a little bit more herky-jerky. I don't know if that makes sense to you. That's for. Now we're going to go get some ice cream. Sorry if it's really windy and the road noise and all that. Sorry, I don't know what it's going to sound like, but it's got my visor up because it's kind of warm. Not hot, but warm. Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough, huh? What do you guys think? I know, did I do okay? Was I too slow? Was it too fast? Big fat jerk. So smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. You know, as you can tell, I'm pretty entertaining. Oh man. But I'm so glad that Mr. G and Blue Biker Doyle and the guys got this thing. I would never come up here if I didn't receive this invitation and shout out. Say, come on up here and meet some more motovloggers, and I'm certainly glad I did. With that, guys, this is a really long video for me. I usually try to keep them in the 10-minute range, but we'll talk later.